Well, Governor Jan Brewer taking the battle over Arizona's controversial immigration law to the highest court in the land. Brewer is appealing a ruling that blocked key parts of the law from being enforced. And she joins us now. Governor Brewer, it is good to have you here. She's also the author of that book, Scorpions for Breakfast, which she eats on a daily basis, I assume. Good morning, Governor. Good to see you again. Welcome.
Good morning.
So,
thank you.
Talk to me a little bit about that. We spoke to an attorney yesterday about the filing of this brief before the Supreme Court. How do you think this is going to go for you? It's been shot down a couple of times in two different ways.
Well, I'm real confident that the Supreme Court will rule in the favor of Arizona. The federal law expressly contemplates and encourages states to enforce federal law. And that's what we have done with Senate Bill 1070. So I feel very comfortable and confident that we will win.
You know, when you take a look at the road that it has taken so far, the initial judge basically said, she passed most of the law, but not the two main components that it seems you would care about the most, which is the ability to, when you stop somebody, when someone gets pulled over or is asked questions about another offense, to ask them their immigration status, and then also to require papers for people to carry their papers around so that they can identified. And that seems to have really rattled the administration. They feel that that's a breach of civil rights, and that it's the federal government's job to carry these things out. That's their argument that they're going to take to the Supreme Court. Why do you think you'll win, and who do you, when you look at the court, where are the vulnerabilities?
But I believe that the federal court simply and expressly contemplates the state government and law enforcement to enforce federal law, no differently than when they put the sign up in my desert here saying if you need help to call 911. It's the state that responds. Our Senate Bill 1070 does nothing different than mirrors federal law. And because the federal government won't do their job, I have a responsibility to protect the people of Arizona. And I think any governor would agree with me on that.
Well, you've carried the banner high for your state on this issue, and we'll see how it fares as that process gets started in April. I want to get another couple of issues in with you, though, while we have you this morning. Eric Holder has been on the hot seat for Fast and Furious, and the issue, of course, is the gun-running operation that went horribly wrong in Fast and Furious over the border. What do you make of his, appearances in these recent hearings and the questioning that's gone on? Are you pleased with it? Do you feel like they're getting somewhere with that issue?
Well, I am really pleased with Congress. I think it's a travesty what has taken place here in Arizona with the Department of Justice and the way they've reacted, and I am astounded that no one is being held accountable for anything. I'm hoping that Congress will get to the end of it. It was a terrible thing to see take place in our state, and the death of Brian Terry is just almost unforgivable. It is unforgivable. Something that should have never, ever happened.
I want to talk to you a little bit about the Arizona primary in the last minute that we have here, because, boy, last night was pretty interesting. I'm sure you were paying attention to Rick Santorum's sweep. No doubt he's going to want to try to resonate with Arizona voters as well, as will Gingrich and Ron Paul as they head to your state. Romney has been, sort of looked at as the guy in the lead in Arizona. Is that an accurate look at this, given the shakeup we saw last night?
Well, it's an interesting primary. It's been up, it's been down, and I think that we are anxiously awaiting to have them all come out here for our debate February 22nd. And then I think we'll really have the proof of who's going to win Arizona. But we are all watching very, very carefully, and I think that it is up for grabs.
Why not endorse one of them? Why not put your name next to those, as we've seen Governor Christie and others do across the country?
Well, because I think we have some specific issues that we would like to see addressed here in Arizona, and we want them all to come out and talk to us directly. And so we are waiting, and after the debate, then I'll make my decision.
So Senator McCain in Arizona wants to see the process wrap up and quickly for his guy Mitt Romney, but you don't sound like that's what you want.
No, I think it's been exciting. I think it's been fascinating and different for all of us to experience, and I think it's involved a lot more people with all the different debates that have taken place. It's gotten a little nasty, but exciting.
All right. Well, for a woman who eats scorpions for breakfast, that's no problem for you, I'm sure. Jan Brewer, Governor of Arizona, thank you very much. Great to talk to you this morning. We'll see you soon.